Hello everyone, I'm Qinghua Guo from East China University of Science and Technology, Shanghai, China. Today it's my great honor to share my presentation, OMB Cold Water Slurry Gasification Technology and its applications. The OMB is the opposed multi-burner gasification technology, which was developed mainly by our university, and it has been widely used, especially in China. My presentation mainly including the following parts. At first, I will introduce the ICCT as the ECUST. The ICCT is the Institute of Clinical Technology. It's one of the institutes at ECUST. And I'm now working on this institute. And it was founded since 1995. Right now, it has around 100 persons, including 19 faculties and around 80 graduate students. And we are also the Co-Gasification Technology Research Center of National Energy Administration and the Co-R&D Center of ECUST and the Sinopec, and also the Gasification Engineering Center of Shanghai. The picture below is the main building of our institute, and we have the bench scale OMB gasifiers shown here, and also the pilot scale gasifier we cooperated with Qinghua Group, which is also a main partner to develop our cold water slurry of the OMB cold water slurry gasification technology. In our institute, we mainly focus on the following research fields, which are also belong to the entrained flow gasification, including the cold model and hot model of entrained flow gasifier, and the cold property evaluation, and dense phase pneumatic convening, gas primary cleanup, biomass conversion, and also the co-liquefaction, etc. Based on these fundamental research, we have developed three main industrial technologies with different type of feeds, like the coal, petcoke, and natural gas can also be used as a feedstock. And these three technologies are the OMB cold water slurry gasification technology and the SE, which is we cooperated with the Sinopec. And the third one is the POX technology, the partial oxidation, with different kinds of feedstock like the natural gas, coke oven gas, etc. And all these three technologies have been commercial used, like the OMB cold slurry gasification technology, the IC dry feed, and the POX. Today I will mainly talk about the OMB cold water slurry gasification technology. This slide shows the R&D history of this technology. We can see since 1985 to 1995, we mainly focus on the fundamental research. Then we cooperated with Qinghua Group to start the pilot plant with a 22 ton per day of the gasifier, and finished the commissioning of this pilot scale gasifier. The first demonstration plant was built in 2005 with a 1,000 ton per day gasifier in Shandong province. Then scale up to 2,000, 3,000, and until now we have finished the 4,000 ton per day gasifier for each. And all this history, and we were supported by the Ministry of Science and Technology. The process diagram was shown here. You can see it mainly including the four parts of this technology. The slurry preparation section is very mature, only blended the coal and water together to generate the slurry with a solid content around 60%. We adopt two pumps to transport the slurry into the gasifier, and we have four burners, so each pump can control a pair of burners. For example, this pump can control the left and right one, and the other pump control the front one and the beneath one. And with pure oxygen from air separation units, it will generate the in-pin steam inside the gasifier. Then the high temperature syngas, the slag will come down through the deep tube to the quenching chamber. And then the solid, the slag, will quench in this chamber and through the log hopper to go outside the gasifier. Then the syngas will go out the gasifier and to the mixer, cyclone, and water scrubber, which are the main components of the primary purification section. The main purpose is to remove the fly ash in the syngas. Then the syngas will come out from the water scrubber to the downstream. All the system black water from the gasifier, cyclone, and water scrubber will come together to the evaporative hot water tower, where the heat and mass transfer occurs in this vessel to recover the heat of the black water. And this is called the solid water treatment. This is only the main component. And then the black water will go to the flash, vacuum flash, etc. And the water will come back through here. Due to the main features of the OMB CWS slurry gasification technology, the high carbon conversion rates can be validated by the performance tests from the different projects. I listed several of them shown here. You can see the average carbon conversion rate is greater than 99%. The third part I want to share is the application of the OMB CWS slurry gasifiers. Since 2005, our first demonstration started up as shown in this picture. The gasifier was in this frame right here. And until now, we have licensed to 58 projects with 159 gasifiers in total. And among which we have 31 projects and 85 gasifiers in operating. And the total capacity of coal for our projects is pretty high. It's greater than 220,000 tankers per day. And the capacity is ranging from 750 tons per day to 4,000 tankers per day. For all our projects, we can see the main products are methanol, ammonia, and hydrogen. Even though the numbers of the projects of hydrogen is only 5 projects, but the capacity is pretty big. And Dalian Hengli petrochemical refinery company is one of the representatives. Use the coal as a feedstock to produce hydrogen used in the refinery process. And this is also, I want to talk about the project started up in recent years. And in this plant, they adopt 6 gasifiers. Right now, the operating mode is 5 in operation and 1 standby. And the pressure is 65 bar. And this is the syngas flow rates with a total 1 million. And it was started up last year, February 15th. The next one is also the refinery company in Zhejiang petrochemical refinery. During their phase 1 and phase 2, they adopt 12 gasifiers of the OMB CWS slurry technology. This is the main frame of the gasification island. You can see the 3 gasifiers in this frame and 3 gasifiers in this frame. So 6 gasifiers in their phase 1 and another 6 in their phase 2. And the capacity is quite similar compared with the previous one. And it was also started up in November 14th, 2019. The third one I want to share is the largest single capacity gasifier in the world with a capacity of 4,000 tankers per day. Right now, the gasifier is operated in Inner Mongolia Rongxing Chemical Company, which is also a branch company belong to Qinghua Group, our partner of the OMB CWS slurry gasification technology. And they adopt 3 gasifiers, 2 in operation, 1 standby, and their final products are methanol and DMMN, and this is their syngas flow rate in total. The last project I want to share is Yankuang Yulin Energy Chemical Company. This project is very special because it adopts 3 gasifiers with 1 of the radiant syngas cooler gasifier, and the 2 normal quenching OMB CWS slurry gasifier, which is quite similar compared with the previous ones, was already started up. But this RSC gasifier will be started up in October this year. That is why we call it special, because we put the radiant syngas cooler in the middle of the traditional gasifier, between the gasification chamber and the quenching chamber, and we get them together to call it as the radiant syngas cooler combined with the quenching chamber. It can produce the high pressure steam, which can meet the requirements of the downstream and also lower the coal consumption and the pollutant emission. This is the most recent update of the RNC gasifiers. You can see right now the gasifier is in the hoisting. It's quite small. You can see here it's quite small, but I can tell you that the diameter is 4.2 meters and the height of this gasifier is around 46 meters. Last part I want to share is how the FactSage is used for the gasifier operating. As you may know, FactSage is a very useful tool. It can be used in many research areas, but for the gasification, especially for the entrained flow coal gasification, the gasifier discharging is very strict. It requires the slag and ash as a liquid phase during the discharging process. So the viscosity under very high temperature is a key issue. We should be concerned about this during the gasifier operating. It has a close relationship with the gasifier discharging. So this tool is very useful to predict the viscosity of the various composition of the coal ash. For one aspect, it can be used to predict coal blending ratio. Here I gave 2 pictures to show what is the normal slag and abnormal slag from one gasifier. This gasifier with 2 types of coals blended together. So when the ratio changed, the slag shape changed as well. For the abnormal one, the slag is even bigger and irregular. So that requires us to tell what is the optimization ratio. So from the FactSage simulation, because when the blending ratio changes, the composition of the ash will change correspondingly. So based on simulation results, we can tell what is the optimization blending ratio. Another aspect, it can be used to predict flux and adding proportion. Here I give an example of one coal from one industrial plant. It has a little bit lower silica content of the ash, and the viscosity under high temperature is not very good. So we decided to add some sand to increase the silica content. But how much sand should we add? Then we can use the FactSage software to do the simulation work to simulate the ash fusion temperature. As we can see, when the sand content increased, the temperature will drop gradually. Then we can find a optimized blending ratio. This is another application of the FactSage software. And I also believe the FactSage software can be used in many other aspects. That's all for my presentation today, and thanks for your attention. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.